Good morning, beautiful people. How are we all? I see you all. See you all. It has been the most beautiful rainy week. And so I've been seeing lots of snails. And I thought of a story. What do you know? So my story today is called The Snail Who Didn't Grow. Okay. Not so long ago at all, a lovely little snail, just starting his life, was crawling across the grass of the meadow, very slowly, as snails do. And his brothers and sisters were there, and they were all crawling across the meadow, very slowly, as snails do too. And he just noticed for a moment, as they all went off in their own direction, beginning their lives, he was a bit smaller than the others. And this started him thinking about being small. So off he went, munching. He found himself a beautiful rock next to a river, and it had a perfect little nook that he could slither his body into, and a perfect little, almost cup-shaped part of the rock that he could just lay his shell in. And he loved just resting there for a time, watching the lake, and he would see other animals passing by, and he would munch and rest and munch and rest. But also he would worry. He would think about how small he was and whether or not he had grown. So every day he would wake up and look at his shell. I don't think I've grown again. I haven't grown. Oh, so he would munch and rest, and munch and rest, and wake up and look at his shell. I haven't grown. I just haven't grown. And look at his body. Oh, I haven't grown. Just not growing. I don't know what's happening. I'm just not growing at all. So he decided to get some advice. So the next time somebody passed by, he thought, I'll ask them for some advice, some tips. I'm only a small snail. Maybe a bit of advice would help. I will ask them how they grow. What's a good way to grow? That's a great idea. Yes. So, sure enough, he woke up that morning, and the first animal to pass by was rabbit. A rabbit, hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop. Rabbit, called Snail. Oh, yes, said Rabbit. Can I have some advice? Of course you can. How can I help? Well, I'm a bit sad because I'm not growing. Just not growing at all. And every day I eat and I don't grow. Oh dear. Well, you eat. I do lots of eating. So that's right. Well, I do lots of hopping. I hop and I hop and I hop. I love to hop. And I'm sure that must have helped me grow. Oh, thought Snail. Okay. Thank you, Rabbit. And off Rabbit went. So Snail sat there and he thought, okay, so maybe I need to hop. So he sat there. Right, here goes. I'm going to hop. Oh. Oh, I can't hop. My body won't let me. It sticks to the floor. Oh, I can't hop. How am I ever going to grow? I'm never going to grow. I'll have to ask somebody else. I'll have to ask someone else. So he sat. Then he waited. And the next animal to walk by was Mouse. Scurrying along. Mouse, Snail called. Yes, said Mouse. I'm very busy. Can I have some advice, please? Just for a moment. Okay. How can I help? Well, I'm very sad because I'm just not growing. Oh dear. Well, I don't know much about growing, but I grew. I was very, very tiny at one point, and now I'm just a bit tiny. So I grew. Well, what did you do? Said Snail. How did you grow? Well, I think I must have done lots of eating. Yes, lots of eating. Oh, yes. I do that all the time. Right. Well, the other thing I do is I run and I scurry about all over the place. Oh, yes, I love to run and scurry. Anyway, I must go. I'm so busy. Bye-bye. And off he scurried. Busy about his day. Thought Snail. Okay, so I need to run and scurry. And let's try that. Okay, and he stretched his body. Let's get ready for running. Scurrying. Right. Can't run and scurry. Everything I do is slow. I'm never going to grow. He sat on his rock, so very sad. Oh, he was so sad. Poor Snail. And then, as he sat there feeling sad for himself, who walked past but Duck? Quack, quack, quack. Good morning, Snail, he said. Why so sad? Oh, Snail said, it's no use. I'm not growing, and nothing I do is going to make me grow. It's just not happening. Oh, said Duck. Well, are you eating lots of food, some vegetables and plants and healthy things to help you grow? Oh yes, I know, same conversation, thought Snail. I do that. I eat lots. Munch and munch all the time. Well, the other thing I do is walk. I do lots of walking, said Duck. I do swimming, but I do walking. Yes, lots of walking. Maybe that would help. Anyway, must go. I hope you feel happy again soon. Bye-bye, Snail. And off he waddled. Well, thought Snail, right. Walking. I don't walk the same as Duck, but I can move. You know, I move slowly. But I move, so maybe that's what I need to do to grow. So, sure enough, he did. Snail decided to leave his rock behind and walk and munch. And that's what he did for a long time. A long, long time. Many days, weeks, maybe even months. A long time. He would walk and munch and walk and munch and slide and glide and walk and munch. Still, every day he would glance back at his shell and just haven't grown. It's all become too much. I'm going to have to do something. I know. Of course, why did I not think of it before? I need to go and see the wisest animal in the woods. Owl, of course. Owl. So off he went, a very slow pace, to see Owl. And he arrived at Owl's tree, and out popped Owl's head. Woohoo! Good morning. Oh, good morning, Snail. Oh, I'm very tired. I had a busy night. I wonder if you could help me, Owl, he said. I will try. Well, I've been trying to grow. Trying so hard to grow. I tried hopping. I tried scurrying and running. And now I've tried walking. And I've been walking and eating and doing all the right things that I should be doing to grow. And I'm not growing. Every day I look back at my shell and I'm the same size, I just don't change. I'm not growing, Owl, and I don't know what to do. So every day you look at your shell, said Owl. You watch your shell every day. Well, yes, and it doesn't grow at all. Okay. Snail, this is what you need to do. Do you remember the beginning of your story? You told me you used to sleep on a rock a long time ago before you started walking and walking and munching and munching and walking and walking. Oh yes, I remember that rock. That was a happy place. I liked that rock. It had a perfect little cup shape for my shell and a lovely little nook just at the side next to the lake for me to rest my body in. Well, I say you need to go back to that place. You need to go back to your rock today and have a nice sleep on your rock. Okay, thought Snail. That's an interesting idea. I didn't understand why that might be. But seeing as though Owl is the wisest in the woods, he said, okay, Owl, I will do that, thinking. Okay, so off he went, slowly, as snails do, back to his little rock, and when he arrived, he saw it in the distance. The space was heaven. Ah, my rock, he thought. And he slithered over to his rock next to the lake. And he looked at the gorgeous little nook that he could slide his body in. And he prepared his body, and he slid his nose and his face through, and then his body didn't it didn't quite fit. What's happening? He said. Somebody's moved my rock or done something with my rock. Is this the same rock? It looks different, but it's the same. It's shrunk. Someone's done something to my rock. Strange, he thought. Well, maybe I'll try and just rest my shell here in this little cup shape, my favourite bit. So he rolled slightly on his side and his shell went clink, 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 clink. It's not fitting. It's not fitting. I can't get in the nook. And my shell isn't fitting in. It's not. What is happening? What has someone done to my rock? I can't get in there. I'm too big. 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 I've grown. I have grown. Ah. And he laughed, and he laughed, and he laughed. And he sat on his rock in a different way, in a comfortable position. He slowly adjusted his body, slowly as snails do. And he thought to himself as he watched the water rippling, all this time I've been growing, and I didn't know. I was so busy trying to make myself grow, make something happen so I could get bigger, that it was happening anyway. I was already growing. Now here I am, bigger. Amazing. And he felt so happy and content. And he had a little nap there, right on his rock, next to the lake. And the water rippled by, and the birds sang, and Snail was content. The end. The beginning, actually. The beginning. It's often the way. I find that when we don't notice that we're growing, the growth is happening anyway. And also, take some advice from Snail. Growth always happens at its own speed. You can't rush it. Go slow. 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 Bright blessings to you all, and may you grow